Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Bodcast. This is episode 125, so I'm told.
We think.
Yeah.
We could look it up, but
It's a lot, that's
isn't
it. Ian's here and we're going to talk about some Lego news. We're going to start with the modular.
Okay.
Because everyone wants to know what we think.
Yes.
I don't want to look too closely because that's my weird thing about modulars.
Yeah,
is that I like to know what's coming, but I also don't like to know what's
Which
coming.
is going to make it difficult for us to talk about it.
No, it's okay. I think I've resigned myself to the fact that I probably have to look a little bit closer.
Okay.
But just not too close.
So, the more I look at it, the less I like it as a modular.
Do you like it as something else?
So, as a building, it's quite nice.
So, we've briefly talked about this on our live stream, and your opinion is modulars should not be this big.
Yeah.
You think that they're just cheating on the whole format, and it's too easy to make a good building if you bend the rules.
Yeah.
So, you say 32 by 32 or slap them around the face.
Pretty much, that's it. So, like, Assembly Square was the anniversary set. It was slightly larger. I wasn't keen on that, but it had lots of different businesses in, because you had a cake shop, a florist, a cafe.
I don't remember the cake shop, but... Oh, yeah.
Dentist.
Was it a wedding cake shop?
Yeah. A photography studio, a music shop.
Yeah, there was quite a few.
There's a lot
was like
of different
6 or
businesses
7.
in there.
Yeah.
So lots of little small builds. So that kind of made up for it. It's like, okay, you've got lots of different businesses in there. This is 1.5 base plates, just of a museum.
One thing, yeah. And
it's not even got like a little side build. The police station, you had the donut shop. You know.
From what I've heard, also, for a museum, it's pretty sparse inside. Like there are exhibits and stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't looked, but I've heard they could have crammed more in. So they've gone big, but they've also gone small.
Yeah. So if you've watched Brickstage Pass, did a review or reaction to it.
I don't look at these things. I don't want to know. But you can maybe tell me. Don't give me the fiddly little details.
Okay. So he thinks that they should have raised it up a little bit and had a basement layer, which would then have like archives in it.
Oh, that would have been cool.
So yeah, and I think
so like steps up to the entrance.
Yeah, so it has a few steps up.
Right.
But he's saying expand on that
Yeah.
more. So I think that'd be nice. So I think doing that and then contracting it down to a single base plate, I think will give you a better building.
Right.
So there's that.
So you're saying we're going to mod this modular?
Well, I didn't think you'd be up for that.
Well, I want to build it as is.
Right, but it doesn't have to go into the city as is.
It doesn't have to go into the city as is. No, I'm willing to mod modulars.
Okay.
Hang on. Am I? I think I am. I think the more along this journey I get, the more I'm okay with not following instructions.
Okay.
I want to follow the instructions. I like that
Yeah.
part. That's the mind-numbing, relax kind of part.
Okay.
But I really quite like something being a bit personal, so I'm okay with it. But original first.
Okay.
Then change.
So there's that element of the modulars. The other element of the modulars is the time period.
What, when it's actually being sold? Or you mean
what era is it meant
looks.
to represent?
Okay, and you're not happy with that?
Well, because I always had the problem with the
Downtown
diner, because I thought it looked too modern compared to the interiors of the modulars. So it's not saying you can't have a modern building next to an old building. That can happen. But yeah, you've got a police station with typewriters, with police in uniform that would look suited to being in Heartbeat. You know, you've got...
For our American listeners, that's like an old...
Go and look up what Heartbeat is.
Old school police drama.
Set in the 60s?
60s, yeah, I think it's the 60s.
You've got that. So this is a...
But then I feel like the diner is 60s-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very borderline whether they could overlap. And so I wasn't keen on that. Here we've got a natural history museum.
Uh-huh.
One of the exhibits in it...
La 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 la. Don't ruin it for me. I've got my fingers in my ears.
is like a little map with the United States on it, like proper nanoscale kind of map thing, with a satellite going over it.
What?
Now,
hang on, that was way too much detail, but also I feel like it was you had to tell.
Yeah.
But so that's the wrong. Hang on, how long have satellites been around? I don't know these things.
Sputnik was 1957.
Sputnik.
So that was the first man-made satellite.
Is that the one made
space.
out of a potato?
Yes.
No, you meant to say no. That's Sputnik.
Yes.
Ruined my joke.
Yep. So that was 1957. You could say in the 1960s, in a science museum, they would have a satellite. In a natural history museum, you would not have a satellite.
No.
So, again, the interior doesn't match the era that the other modulars are in.
Well, maybe... So I get that the modulars are all meant to go together. But maybe they're meant to also span times. Maybe that's not how they see them. So they're slowly getting more and more modern. I don't know.
No.
I can see it's disappointed you.
Yeah.
What do you think of the colour?
So I'm not keen on olive green.
No, olive green's a bit poo, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought of using a better word, and no, we just go go for poo. It doesn't look bad, but I would prefer a different colour. Yeah. I think like a nice tan colour actually works quite well for a natural history museum type thing.
Yeah. But so I know. So Craig talked about the fact that, he talked about like there's an interview as well from a designer, and from talking to past designers and people, there's this whole idea that modulars try to, bring out more variety.
Yeah.
So they will tend to bring out new recolours of pieces. So we'll get bricks in olive green that we've never had before.
Yeah, which is cool.
But I don't want them in olive green.
Yeah, it's olive green.
Even if we've not had them before, I can cope with that.
Yeah, because if you look at the modular street, there are definitely different colour palettes. They're trying to do different things each time. Yeah. I don't know. It looks good. Let's talk about the dinosaur. I think I read somewhere that someone thought it looked like a cross between a donkey and a flamingo.
No, it's quite clearly an emu.
An emu, maybe it was an emu.
It's definitely an emu.
But like maybe like the bones had all they both died in the same pit, and then someone had got the bones out and gone, "Oh, this must be a dinosaur."
It's like the head very much looks like a bird's head.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a
whatever it's meant to be.
Yeah, any form of kind of large dinosaur. I mean, even small dinosaurs tend to have more elongated. It's got that. That's why I was saying emu. It's a very short beak that it looks like it has.
I mean, it's made out of Lego though.
Yeah.
Are we being too critical?
I don't know. I mean, they've done really good fossils with the
fossil set. Yeah, and that's where we were going to make our museum. You liked those. You wanted to get them into the city somehow. Do you kind of feel like by buying the modular museum, you're failing on your trying to get sets you like into the city?
I don't know.
Because that was why you were doing them. Yeah. The thing, like, I like these sets. I don't want to break them down. Not entirely sure where they are. I think they're in a box under the city.
Yeah.
But now, we can't have two, surely.
Yeah, and definitely this modular wouldn't fit. Despite the fact that I was trying to get it into a corner 32 by 32 build, this is much bigger than that, and it won't fit at all.
No. Yeah. I guess because they didn't design it with that in mind. So it's just how it rolls.
It's a bit of a shame. You'd have almost liked them to have done something where you could, like a basic one that you could have swapped out for the icon set if you had it, kind of thing. So they'd work well together, but ideas. Yeah. So it would have worked well by itself, but you can combine the two to get a better.
Yeah, but they're probably not going to be doing that kind of stuff with a set that's retired. Because it's kind of annoying for people. They're like, oh, that is a great idea, but I don't have that set.
Yeah.
Like, that's just annoying people, surely. So you want it to be smaller, less olive green, and more accurate to
with the olive green. It's just,
more accurate to the era.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the timing of the set, not the era as such.
Yeah.
This is the first time that they've gone, we're going to bring it out in December and not January. Now, people don't like change. People are cross.
Yeah.
Why have they done it?
I don't know.
So speculation says that it could be because there's a bigger set coming out as well, like the Avengers Tower, that we don't know about. Do we know about the Avengers Tower yet?
No one knows about the Avengers Tower.
I think it might be big.
Do you?
I think it might have at least 30 minifigures.
Maybe even 31.
Oh, yeah, maybe even 31. So maybe it's making room for that. But, like, the modular is a staple. It's every year, January 1st.
Yes.
So there must be a reason why they've changed it. Are they trying to capture that Christmas market? Are they planning a second modular next year?
So
what kind of craziness is happening?
Interesting. If they were trying to capture the Christmas market, it would be in the Christmas catalogue, but it's not because it's been announced after the Christmas catalogue.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I've seen the Christmas catalogue. It's not in that.
So if they're trying to catch this market, they're failing.
For sure.
So the people who will find out about this and know about this and want it for Christmas are the same people who would have got it for January 1st.
And people are saying that they haven't got the money saved yet and stuff like that. Yeah. So I can see why people are annoyed.
Yeah. And a lot of people who like it will use money that they get for Christmas and spend that. So,
yeah. But like January 1st, day out to the Lego store, unless your Lego store happens to be closed on January 1st. Yes. They've ruined a tradition for people.
Yeah, it's
not nice.
And then the other rumour that is circulating, which may just be people making stuff up and reading too much into
that is how rumours work.
It is, yeah. So the other rumour is that there may be another modular next year.
Because is it an anniversary?
February time.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. But at that point, if they start bringing out more than one a year, then it loses everything about it. The modular is an annual event.
Yeah. I would be cross with them.
Yeah. So, interestingly, if you go and look on the Lego website and you go to the modular, there's like the history of the modulars, and it talks about all the different ones. Interestingly, it counts the last two modulars as both being 2022 modulars.
But that's wrong.
It is wrong.
So
they're saying this is the 2023 modular.
But it's not.
No.
It's weird. It's really weird. It's like are they gaslighting us? But this thing you think came out here didn't come out here. Like that's gaslighting, right?
Yes.
I love the term gaslighting.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's a thing. Yeah, it's weird. What are Lego doing? What are they doing?
It all seems a bit sus.
Yeah, it does. It seems sus. That's the correct use of that term. Ignore all the kids at school, the way they say sus about literally everything. Yeah. This is sus.
This is sus.
What is also sus, I can't really actually say it and keep a straight face. Lego said, we can't make a goat. And everyone went crazy about goats and paid ridiculous amount for goats.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, the mould is gone. It's just not a thing. And yet, we've seen the leak of Series 25 minifigures. And there's a goat. And yes, it's not exactly the same, but there's a goat. And people have gone crazy.
Yeah.
And Lego, why have they done that? Like, what are they doing?
But Lego never said they weren't going to do it.
No, that's true.
They just said that mould had been lost. And so therefore they would have to create a new mould. And so there's quite a bit of expense that goes into that.
Yeah.
But we've seen loads of new moulds come out through CMF, so they clearly have a budget to do that kind of thing.
Or maybe that's why the modular is early, because they're trying to get the money back in time so that they can finance the goat. Just trying to link our two stories together. It is absolutely crazy. Like, people go mental over these things. And like, it's like,
but people completely ignored the goat that came out last month.
I know. So one of the Wish sets, the Disney Wish, quite clearly has a goat in it.
Yeah. And
yes, it's a Disney-fied goat, but I think it's really cute. I want that goat more than I want the other goat.
Yeah.
So it's very strange. Annoyingly, all this goat news means that the video I was going to make about the goat is pointless now.
That's true.
Because now there's another goat.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, people want a goat. Here's a goat. Oh, there's also another goat. Yeah. Too many goats.
Yeah. So we don't know what's going to happen with goats on the second-hand market. I mean, whether the price of them is going to tumble, whether we're going to see people trying to sell them off now and so the market's going to be flooded with them, or whether they're going to retain the price because it's the original and...
The OG, the OG GO80.
Yes.
It's the goat. Goat.
Yes, it's the goat.
Hang on. What? It's not the goat. Oh, yeah, it is the goat. Is it the goat? I don't know. Maybe this new one is the goat. But anyway, goats.
Yes.
I will happily buy all of the CMF because I like CMFs and I collect CMFs.
Yes.
The goat is not the thing I'm most excited about from the CMF.
No, it's not a mushroom man.
The mushroom girl. She's a girl.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I've not looked closely.
Can you not tell by her mushroom hat? I don't know how you gender mushroom hats.
No.
But I'm confused what to do because I need like 20 of those.
Right.
But I don't want to buy 20 boxes to guarantee I get 20.
But just think how many goats you could then sell.
Oh, that's true.
So, I mean, this is the other thing. It has sparked more conversation about CMFs being in boxes and how it's not going to work. People are just going to rip them open and all this nonsense.
Yeah. People don't like not being able to see what there are.
Yeah.
But they were fine with it before because...
That's it.
But they could feel it before, right? Like, right. I can see there's a difference.
There is a difference. But if you think the best thing about the video theme was the video CMF.
Yeah.
And they were in boxes.
Yeah.
And people coped with that. You've got...
I guess people didn't care enough.
Yeah,
maybe.
You got the Mario buildable figures. They were in boxes. Yeah. People coped with that.
The thing is, with the video boxes, they were in order in the box. Like, you had a complete set down the side. With the Marvel ones, which are the first ones that came in boxes, that was not the case. Like, they were randomly in those boxes.
Was it? No, I've not seen anyone buy a full box and show them. So
the 6-pack boxes, like, you could get 2 of those and you'd end up with a complete set.
Right.
But I think if you got the retail boxes, there wasn't...
As I said, I've not seen anyone open a retail box and show what's on each one.
Well, I took one side of one and didn't get...
Was that a new retail box that had just been opened?
I don't know, Ian. I went to the Lego store and I said, can I get one side and it will work? And she said, oh, no, I don't think it's working like that this time. So I'm just going on what the employee told me. I mean, take that with a pinch of salt. We know what the employees are like. Sorry, people. Sorry. But, yeah, I think it was a lot easier to get those.
Yes. Yeah. But so there's all the talk about CMFs being moved behind counters because people are just going to rip open the boxes to find the goats.
I mean, people are still naively going, oh, maybe they'll put them back in bags. They're not putting them back in bags. Yeah. Like, categorically not going to happen. I will eat my... I don't wear a hat. I will eat my... What can I eat?
Socks.
They don't sound particularly edible. I guess
not as a hat.
No. Nacho hats. I will eat my nacho hat. I'm going to buy a nacho hat and eat it. Which doesn't seem like too much of a punishment. But, you know, it will be expensive because I don't know where to buy nacho hats from. So, yeah, if they put them back... Oh, no, actually, I kind of want to get a nacho hat now.
I mean, it is entirely possible that at some point they will go back to bags.
What?
But
why?
Not plastic bags.
Oh, okay.
So if they can work out a way to do paper bags... But the problem with paper bags is that in order to feel for CMF, you have to be quite rough with it. You have to kind of push it in to see all of the angles.
Yeah.
And a paper bag is going to struggle to cope with that.
Yeah. Okay, so...
But you also got... People keep saying, oh, they've seen videos of, like, boxes being opened on shelves. I've not really seen many. There's also... They're talking about the fact that they've now seen them in shops being put in... You can get the little, like, plastic security boxes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Before they went into boxes, there were videos about Walmarts that had started locking CMFs in display cases.
Yeah.
So CMFs are before they went to boxes.
Yeah, they're always going to be.
It's always been happening
because they're small. They're easy to steal.
Yes,
like they're just one of those items. let's just get over it. But let's talk also, because we can, about the fact that there's other cardboard coming.
There is more cardboard.
And in fact, I say coming, but it's already in our local store.
Yeah.
They've moved forward with the boxes for PAB. And changed all of the stuff. Like, originally it was, oh yeah, you can keep using your cups. That's now until the end of January, I believe, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll still get a discount on refills. No, none of that.
Yeah.
So it's one of those annoying things. Let's trial something and then completely change the guidelines.
So it's really annoying that they have essentially gone from reusable plastic cups to single-use paper boxes.
Yeah. I think the paper boxes would withstand more than one use. But, yeah, it is annoying. I guess they're better in the long run, maybe, because they're not producing the cups. Because they had to have the cups available, even though you might have already had them at home, because there are newbies that want to buy some. What they should always have done was act like a refill shop, and you bring in, not bring in your own container, but you fill from a container that's there into your own stuff and take it home. Like you never, the cups never leave the store.
Yes.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Or isn't there like places where they just do it by weight, like in Germany? I don't think that's always the best though.
So is it some of the like
factory stores or whatever?
Yeah, and maybe some of the discovery centres now have.
Oh, by weight.
Pebbles by weight.
But like, no need for a container. That they give away.
Yes, I was wondering how you could do that though. So say you had a plastic cup, you filled it with Lego, you go to the till, and then they tip it into a bag. Then do they seal that bag? What's to stop you then just going back to all and adding extra stuff into the bag and go, oh no, I paid for this, here's my receipt?
I don't know.
I mean, putting it in a small paper bag and putting a sticker on would be fairly easy.
Yeah.
But
like pick a mix bag.
Yeah.
Like, that's doable. I mean, why didn't they move from plastic cups to paper cups? Like they'd have actual pick a mix stands.
Because they'd rip when you tried to fit too much Lego in them.
Okay.
But if you had a PAB cup and when you paid for it, they emptied it into a paper bag that was large enough to hold, even if it's really well stacked and then it just goes in a complete mess, it still has plenty of space to hold it.
Yeah.
That could still be a very thin paper bag.
Yes. You
fold over the top, stick a sticker on it, and that's your PAB. That would have been fairly easy to do.
Why did they not think of that? Did they think of it and discount it? We will not know.
No.
But I'm annoyed that you don't get your 75p off.
Yeah.
I want my 75p off because that's how much I pay for PAB. I don't want to pay more for PAB.
Yeah.
Like, that's annoying. I'm now not getting money off. Like, PAB should be £14.24 because that extra 75p was the cup.
Yes.
I'm not getting the cup anymore. Why am I paying for it?
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. In fact, I think we should all complain. Like, literally everyone, not just the people who listen to this podcast, everyone in the world complain. Because, they are literally... No, of course they're not. But it'll make us feel better. They are charging us for something we're no longer getting.
Yes.
I'm going to be like, where's my cup?
Yeah.
Where's my cup? You're making me pay for another cup. Where's my cup?
Yes.
What are we going to do with all the cups we've got?
I don't know. Obviously, they're retired, so their value's going to go up.
Oh,
so
for sure.
We can just sell them on Bricklink.
I'll swap them for some goats.
That's it.
Old goats. New goats.
Any
mushroom
goats.
People. How many mushroom people is one cup worth?
I don't know.
No.
I'm sure we can find out at some point.
So, there's a lot going on this week. Which is weird, because it's been pretty quiet the weeks up to this.
There's not much going on, but what's going on is in some ways controversial.
Yeah, there's a lot of intrigue.
Yeah.
I feel. We are yet to fill up a PAB box.
No.
And see what we think of it. So I guess...
We will soon, I guess.
Trip to the Lego store is required.
Yeah.
It's November, so I can get a new stamp.
Yeah.
Might give them a few days to get their actual stamps in.
Yeah.
Knowing what they're like. Yeah, but I guess only time will tell on all of these things. Like we'll get used to the PAB thing and not getting our discount, even though we're going to be cross about it. We'll see if the value of the goat changes, and we'll find out if there's going to be another modular. I will go crazy if there is, because I'll be happy but also annoyed.
Yeah.
I don't know how to deal with those kind of mixed emotions.
Yes.
I just explode.
Fair enough.
Any last words? Not that I'm going to kill you. Like, just about the topics for this specific podcast.
I was thinking we could maybe do a little plug for Whovember.
Oh, we could do a Whovember.
Whovember plug.
Yeah.
So for all those Whovians or Whovian wannabes.
Gaz doesn't like the term Whovian.
Does he not?
No. Doctor Who fans, I think.
Doctor Who fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit long-winded, isn't it?
Whovian just sounds like there's something to do with Hoovers. It's weird.
True.
Anyway.
Whoers?
Whoers? If you're a Doctor Who fan, or if you're not. There's a Hoobitat challenge. It's not called a Hoobitat challenge, but it should have been called a Hoobitat challenge.
Yeah.
Do a Doctor Who Hoobitat habitat. I can't even not say. And post it on Instagram. Join in the fun.
Yes.
And there's now the Hooniverse. Did you see that? Madness.
So lots of Doctor Who stuff going on.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe at some point Lego will be doing more Doctor Who.
Yeah. But for more details, see the minifig Who on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. Plug done. Good plugging. Good.
Thank you.
Well, that ruined the end of that podcast, didn't it? Moving on. So if you have any opinions on the modular plugging, of whatever else we talked about, PAB and the goats, let us know in the comments below. If you want to listen to any other podcasts, then I will link up the playlist for that at the end or in the show notes. And don't forget to come back next week.
You've forgotten what to say, haven't you? You got so distracted with the plugging.
No, I just went straight into like my YouTube video and this isn't that. This is the podcast.
Yeah.
So we'll be back next week for another exciting episode of the podcast.
Hey, that's my line.
I know, I stole it. Bye.
Bye.